stand up for the flag salute. Flag is on the right side. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Roll call, please.
Jason,
Yes, ma'am.
John Mack,
Yes.
and Jeff DeGarcia. Yes. Stephanie Jones. Yes. Rebecca Lynn. Ted Lynn,
Yes.
Thomas Matarazza.
Here.
Lynn. Yes. Timothy Mack.
Yes.
Dr. Fiola,
Yes.
Debbie Russell, and Mr. Hawkins.
Yes.
Welcome, Mr. Hawkins.
Thank you.
Ms. Gillis is also online and
Oh, I'm
virtual.
sorry, Miss Gillis.
Hello.
Okay, statement of presiding officer, please.
It's not me, Jen?
Yeah,
Am I signing?
my favorite person.
In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 213, Public Law 1975, I hereby state that adequate notice of this regular meeting, or actually it's a special meeting, has been provided to the public by a written notice dated June 10, 2021. The meeting notice has been emailed to all staff members, communicated to at least one of the board's designated newspapers, and filed with the Borough Clerk, Palisades.
Thank you. I don't have report for at this time, except that we have American Rescue Plan.
That will be under my report, Mr.
That
President.
will be elaborated by our superintendent. Now, the report of the superintendent.
Sure. Good evening, all. As mentioned previously, and I will reiterate tonight, on Monday, June 21st, we will have our 180th day of school, which allows for students to graduate in our junior, senior high school, specific to the 12th graders. That ceremony will be at 7:30 p.m. at the county field in Palisades Park. Additionally, at 5 p.m., we are also going to be at the county field, weather permitting, of course, for the Lindbergh Elementary School promotional exercises of the 6th grade. And at 9 a.m., we will have our kindergarten ceremony also at the county field. So all three programs will be at the county field, weather permitting. We are keeping a close eye on it like it's a potential snow day, but with our luck, there will be clouds in the forecast and we'll do our very best. Second, and very important that I comment on this yesterday afternoon, it was brought to my attention that there were some wet ceiling tiles at the junior, senior high school. Immediately, we hired a company to do a sampling and a swabbing of those tiles. They are actually now being analyzed by a company. Company's name is EMSL Analytical. We are waiting for the results on those samples. Obviously, there was some discoloration on it, and we, for the safety and well-being of faculty, staff, and students, have immediately closed the area affected. So further information will be provided. And finally, for tonight, and required by the Department of Education, there should be a public comment portion on the American Rescue Plan, which the federal government has situated that all school districts should have a safe return for in-person instruction in September of 2021. That plan, I believe, is on our website. It should be on our website. It also allows for public comment. I can go on record and tell you all board members have a copy of it. There is much gray area in the submission of the plan because we don't have all the guidance, but we will be following all local, state, and federal recommendations and continue to work specific with our health department in Palisades Park. So in new business, I am going to ask for a motion for the submission of the American Rescue Plan. We are eligible as a result of that plan in excess of $4 million as a school district. To be exact, it would be $36,121, which is a substantial amount that would go to many areas, but specifically the funds would utilize our safe reopening of schools and also to meet any social, emotional, and mental health needs in our district.
Right, thank you. The report of the board attorney.
There's no report, for the board attorney and open session today. There's one thing to report on during closed session.
Okay, thank you. Minute approval. Yeah, minute approval. Okay, committee reports. Finance.
Before you have 10 resolution, I do want to consent agenda board now.
Any discussion? Second, we need a second. Okay, any discussion?
Yes, I do. I have two. One of them, both of them seem to be on page 11. One of them is for an oil change, number S2S382, number 38484 for $1,127.54. I see there are four of them there, 4 oil changes. One of them is $49.95, another $49.95, and the other one $59.95. But there's a third one in there for $1,127.54. I'm just curious.
Tom Service Center,
Dr.
Yeah.
Matarazzo, yeah, I'm going to make the assumption that no one ever in their life should ever pay more than $40 or $50 for an oil change. So
Right.
I would assume that and I hate to make any assumption, I will provide clarification in the morning, but our 4 vehicles do require,
Yeah, no, I understand that.
it's probably maintenance required on the vehicle, and the description clearly is inaccurate, listed as oil change.
it was a service one handicap van, that's the one that would be $1,000.
You know exactly what type of service was provided, Ms. Montemuro?
Exactly what the details are.
You can provide that.
But it didn't.
It did include an oil change, but there were other services included in that expenditure.
Okay, yeah, I'm just curious. I would just look very high.
Yep, and the second one on page 11?
Yes, on the bottom, again, the Summit Management Solutions, almost $87.50. Is that how come so much again?
I would argue, again, that's, and again, my quick math, 8750 times 12, I think is about $105,000. I would still argue that that is probably on the low end of what a business administrator would make, and that, again, is coming without any payment of health benefits. But I know the work that's being conducted on a daily basis.
So now they, in lieu of a BA,
They are the BA when Ms. Gillis is not available to us. That is correct.
okay, I was never sure of that. I didn't know that's what it was. Okay, I know they were working on.
We've approved as the board both Ms. Gillis as our interim BA in Summit Management Solutions. Ms. Gillis, again, as I mentioned last month, I think has billed our district for a total of 3 or 4, maybe 5 days. And clearly, she's only one person. I wish we can clone her, but her husband probably doesn't. We clearly are using much more of Summit Management than Ms. Gillis.
So they are a BA. Okay, very
Yeah.
good.
Thank you. Any other discussion, Mr. Kim? No? From anyone on the board?
Okay. Roll call, please.
Roll call, Ms. Martinez?
Jason Kim,
Yes.
John Madison,
Yes.
Annie Esther Garcia, Stephanie James, Rebecca Lee, Kevin Lim,
Yes.
Tom Matarazzo,
Yes,
Bill Min, Timothy Yang.
Yes. Thank you. Buildings and ground, Ms. Tang.
And there are 2 resolutions that I'll update the executive agenda.
Okay, second,
Second,
discussion.
just that I see they're having a basketball tournament fundraiser, but they're gonna be following all the guidelines. I don't know if the masks still have to be worn or,
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, again, there is no guidance yet for September of 2021. In my American Rescue Plan Safe Return in Person submission, we're going to follow the guidance required locally, federally, and at state level by the Department of Health.
good.
Okay. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Jason Kim,
Yes, ma'am.
John Madison.
Yes.
Annie Garcia. Yes. Stephanie Jang. Yes. Rebecca Lee. Yes. Kevin Lim.
Yes.
Tom Matarazzo.
Yes.
Julie Bennett. Yes. Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Okay, personnel. Dr. Matarazzo.
Yes, there, before you, you have 9 resolutions. I met with Dr. Cirillo today and Mrs. Jang. I propose them.
Dr. Matarazzo, before you continue, if I can please interject, I was given a resolution, or excuse me, a letter of retirement today that I would ask that the board consider as a verbal resolution and add it to number 10. And I will read it. Dear Dr. Cirillo, please accept this letter as notification that I will be retiring from the Palisades Park School District effective July 1, 2021. It has been my pleasure to work for the district for the last 37 years, and I wish you all the best. Sincerely, Kathy Doheny, who is in the audience tonight. And I publicly applaud her, congratulate her, and really wish her the very best. If you can consider that, Dr. Matarazzo, and
Yes.
add that as resolution number 10 this evening, sir.
Regretfully, I will approve it, but I hope she'll rescind it.
She's smiling. I don't think there's any hope.
Kathy, think twice. But I do resolve if that's what she wants.
Good for you. Roll call, please. A second.
Any
Any
Escobar?
other? Yeah. Roll call, please.
Jason Kim,
Yes, ma'am.
John Madison.
Yes, with the regret that my agency understands. Yes, we're gonna miss you very much.
Me too, for sure.
He's gonna miss Margie.
No,
I didn't argue with you.
she's one of the best. I know. Come to her and, well, Joe, I'm gonna do a job.
Garcia. Yes. Stephanie Jang. Yes, please go ahead, Lee. Thank you so much. So, please go ahead, Lee. Something that I think is very member. For the first time, you were so warm and you were so kind. Thank you so much for all these people.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Continue, Doc.
Rebecca Lee.
Yes, but Ms. Delaney, my kids and everyone are gonna miss me. Thank you so much. I'm sad too. That's just fine.
Kevin Lim.
Yes.
Tom Matarazzo.
I want to vote no on number 10. And again, I commend, applaud, and bow down to Ms. Doheny for everything she's done for Palisades Park. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
And yes,
Julie Bennett. Yes. Thank you. Timothy Yang.
Yes, thank you so much for your years of service and want to wish you all the best in your retirement. Thanks.
Now, the next one is the curriculum. Mr. Yang, please.
There's no report at this time.
Thank you. Negotiation, Ms. Jang.
There's no report at this time.
Okay, thank you. The policy, Mr. Yang. Mr. Yang.
For you, we have 4 items I'd like to move to consent agenda.
I second that.
Okay,
That was a foot race.
yeah, that was fast, second. Okay, roll call, please.
I'm fast.
Jason Kim.
Yes, ma'am.
John Matarazzo. John
Oh my
Madison.
gosh,
Excuse me, I'm very sorry about that. Excuse me. Yes. John Madison. Excuse me, Dr. Matarazzo and Mr. Madison. Yes. Annie Garcia. No. Stephanie Jang. Yes. Rebecca Lee. Yes. Kevin Lim.
Yes.
Tom Matarazzo.
Yes.
Yoon Min, and Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Thank you. PTA, PTSA liaison, Ms. Min.
Join
Understood.
Okay, that's good. Thank
I'll
you.
say it. I'll say it.
The next item is, student activity and the field trips. Ms. Lee, Rebecca Lee.
There is one I would like to say that is going on right now at this moment. It's a concert. It's online, but if you missed it, it'll be available on the website. For,
It's the
the band and the choir.
Second for that? Well,
No
there is
need
no
for it.
discussion.
Yeah, no need
Polling
for it.
this.
No need for a
Yeah,
resolution.
no. Yes. Just report for the calendar and food service. Ms. Min. Thank you. We will have a closed session, right?
Do we need it? We do? Mr. President,
Before we go to that, I'd like to recuse myself on the personnel, Diane, for Samantha Matarazzo.
well noted.
And please, if you can also, put an abstention on that last one, last month's that we spoke about.
Okay.
Okay, just on those two. Thank you.
if you don't mind, do you need formal action after closed session? You mind if we suspend the agenda, Mr. Kim, so we can go through our program, go to closed session at the end, so we don't have to, and no one has to wait. We will have to come back to open to end and adjourn our meeting, but for the public, they can leave at that point?
Is that all right?
Is that okay with the board?
Yes.
So we're gonna suspend the agenda, we'll go to
Suspend
closed
agenda.
at the end, but we will have to come back to open,
Yeah.
to adjourn.
Okay. And all the business, nothing, right? And about the new business,
New business, I do need a resolution for the submission on behalf of our district for the safe return to in-person instruction pursuant to the Federal American Rescue Plan Act, Section 2001.
I move on that.
Ms. Min,
Yes.
roll call discussion? Roll call, please.
Jason Kim,
Yes, ma'am.
John Madison.
Yes.
Aniesta Garcia. Stephanie James. Rebecca Gill. Kevin Lim.
Yes.
Tom Matarazzo.
Yes.
Yoon Min. And Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Audience participants, 3 minutes,
If anyone from the audience, please
say your name and,
so they can hear you. Turn it. You can take it over there. You don't have to stand. We just.
Hello?
Oh, Kathy Doheny, Lindbergh School. This has been a difficult year, and it has certainly reaffirmed that we never know what life has in store for us. Although he doesn't know it, Mr. Nunez, our high school principal, helped me make a decision I've been struggling with. On his Twitter feed, he tweeted a message from a teacher which said, "And suddenly you just know that it's time to start something new and trust the magic of new beginnings." Thank you, Freddie. So after thinking about it for some time, at the 11th hour, I decided to file my retirement papers.
You can't hear it.
We can't hear you.
To congratulate him, and now we're leaving together. It is evident that his work ethic, curiosity, and eagerness to learn have never waned. And I wish him success and happiness in the years ahead, as I do all our students. Good luck to all. I will always root for Palisades for it. And I hope there were good things ahead.
Congratulations, Kathy. Well done.
You're gonna replace it, Kevin?
Yes.
He's irreplaceable.
Very short comments about that. You know, the teacher like Mr. Huang makes our school great, school better. The dedication, all the hard work, all the concern, that's the one that makes the Palisades better. Thank you so much for your great job for many, many years for us. Thank you. Yeah, Audrey Bryan, please. Remember. Okay. Any other audience participants? 3 minutes, please. State your name.
Yeah, just for education. Years ago, I started working in the school. I worked hard in the custodial maintenance department, maintenance. And when Carmine Radicchio retired, the year prior, well, 2 years prior, I went and I received my CEFM license for the state of New Jersey. When Carmine retired, the school under, I believe it was, oh my God. No, it was, it must have been, no, it wasn't George. It was, what's his name? No, right after Nick, actually. Well, anyway, I came here and I filled in as a CEFM for Carmine Radicchio. I gave my license to the board office and was told that we would be discussing my salary and everything, different ways. Okay, that's almost 15 years ago. And as of about a month ago, I spoke to Dr. Cirillo about this. And he says, well, the board says I have let since that time, the last renewal of my CEFM license, I did not do. And the reason I didn't do it was because I have not ever been paid by this board for it. Never. I'm 32 years associated with this board and this school system. I have lived for this school system my entire life here. And I was told that one of the board members says, oh, well, if I go and get my license back, we'll start paying him.